Hey everyone, I'm Evie, and today I'm going to be talking about my review of the Crown Tundra. Now, as the time I'm recording this, the Crown Tundra came out yesterday, and I played the whole thing, and I have to say it was not as good as the Isle of Armor, like straight off the bat. Of course there are going to be spoilers in this review, so if you don't want to hear them, then what are you doing here? But I doubt anyone who hasn't played it is watching this video, let's face it. But yeah, anyway, to the game. It was fun, I enjoyed it. The whole story was pretty cool, but it's just, it felt like this should have been the first DLC, and then the Isle of Armor should have been the second one. I just feel like that would have been better, like, it was the way it feels. And especially since the Crown Tundra is like the bottom of Galar, while the Isle of Armor is a completely separate land altogether, it just would have made a lot more sense to me. It also doesn't make sense how, like, why is it cold there? Like, it's the bottom, like, shouldn't it be cold at the north part? It is cold at the north part, but you know what I mean, Okay, but let me talk about the characters for a second. I, actually did quite like most of the characters. Like, Peony was a little bit annoying, but he was also kind of funny. And then his daughter Nia, who for some reason Game Freak never mentioned once, she was pretty cool. I liked her hair a lot. The mayor of the town, who, like, has all the books about the ancient Pokemon, he was kind of there. Also, this old woman, oh my god, that makes me laugh so much. Just look at what she says, it's hilarious. Like, I actually burst out laughing when because, like, I didn't expect her to say that. It's really rude as well, and, like, it feels just too relatable, okay? It's too relatable. Okay, let me talk about some of the features. One of the new features is, Dynamax Adventure, and I actually quite like that. It's really cute. I like how it kind of reminds me of the old Mystery Dungeon games, which I'm all for, because, you know, the Mystery Dungeon games are great. I really love those games so much. I still have not finished Blue Rescue Team. It's been years since I started that game, and I still have not finished it, but it's kind of hard. I don't know where to go. Also, what else did they add? They didn't really add anything else, did they? I actually do not remember what they added anything else. Let me just talk about, the whole Calyrex thing. So I did like Calyrex because it's like one of the few Pokemon that has an actual character in the story. Also, I thought it was weird when he took over the body of Peony to talk to the protagonist, but also Pokemon have done that in the anime before, so it's not the weirdest thing that's ever happened. Actually, it's keeping consistent, so well on Game Freak. Although, I don't really, like, Calyrex is still a weird looking Pokemon, but I finally understand why its legs are so long, but I'll get to that in a bit. Also, the Reggies, okay, fair enough, like, you have to, like, follow the clues and, like, do the puzzles to access them, but why do you only get to pick one of the new Reggies? Why would you do that to us, Game Freak? Sorry, I dropped my remote there. Why would you do that to us, Game Freak? Like, you could have made it, we got both, and you needed, like, 4 of them to get the other one. Like, I don't understand why that was so hard. It makes sense that you can only get one of the horse Pokemon, but not for the Reggies. Come on, Game Freak, why do you do this to us? Speaking of the horse Pokemon, whose names I do not remember because they were never ever announced, and they're kind of weird Pokemon. I do like them, but I like the ghost one better. The ice one, it looks cool, but I just don't like it as much. Also, they fuse with Calyrex, like, to become, like, Calyrex riding them, and honestly, they're kind of the worst Pokemon fusions I've ever seen in my life. Because they're not fusing, it's just Calyrex riding the horse, but it can be considered a form change since Calyrex does look different. It's very subtle, but if you look closely, it does look different. Also, when a shiny Calyrex rides them, the Pokemon aren't shiny, like, I really don't remember their names, I'm sorry. Like, why is that? Why would they not turn shiny? Like, when the Necrozma fuses with Solgaleo and Lunala, they turn shiny, so what the heck? What the heck is that about? I really don't like that, I'm sorry, but it just doesn't make sense. Also, I feel like near the end, like, of Calyrex's story, like, I know you can technically, if you wanted to, do, like, just say the legendary birds and the Reggies, then Calyrex, but the way, like, the game wants you to do it, Calyrex's story just ends way too soon. Like, they could have, like, put the legendary birds and Reggies, like, in with the Calyrex story, and then it would have been, like, all one story, like, he's making you, yeah, like, I think that would have been much better, but Instead, Calyx's story is over, and then once you hunt the legendaries, like the other legendaries, it's like Calyx has nothing to do with the game anymore. And also, why does he join your team when, like, he's the king of the Tundra? Like, shouldn't he stay and, you know, now that he has his powers back, protect the Tundra? Seriously, Calyx, you had one job. I still don't know what you are, but you had one job. But anyway, now I want to talk about the legendary birds. I actually did like what they did there. Sure, roaming Pokemon are freaking annoying, but I actually do quite like it because, you know, we haven't had roaming Pokemon since Gen 6, and actually, funnily enough, it was the legendary birds, like the original forms, that were roamers. So, you see what they did there? That's really cool. And it's even cooler since Pokemon appear in the overworld now, so you could actually see them, like, roaming the whole area. Like, it's really funny, because, like, Articuno was the hardest one to find, because it did one area, and then you have to find that area, and I just could not find it anywhere. So I did Zapdos first, and Zapdos was the easiest one, like I knew it would be, because it can't fly. But you have to go back to the wild area, and you see Zapdos like running around the wild area, and basically you have to keep cycling on your bike until it gets tired and slows down, and then that's when you catch it. And then Moltres was the second easiest one because it's pretty easy to see, and you just have to like follow it and get in front of it so you can catch it. You know what I mean? Also, you can kind of self-reset until they're shiny, which is cool. Unless they're shiny locked, which I still don't know. And then Articuno is the worst one, because I had to look up where it was, and when I found it, it like clones itself, like uses double team or whatever, and you have to guess which one's the real one. But if you guess wrong, it flies away and you have to look for it again. That's why I saved before encountering it, because I could just reset and do it again. But still, it was quite annoying, even though you're the prettiest of the new Galarian forms. I still think Zapdos is my favorite though, because it just looks so unique compared to the original Zapdos. Also, another thing, like, I know this is kind of different, but, like, Galarian Slowking wasn't really used to its full potential. Like, because in the Isle of Armor, like, although it's not, like, a character, like, it's just a Pokemon, like, your rivals, what are they called, Avery and Clara? Yeah, they use Galarian Slowbro in their teams, so they're a main Pokemon, but you don't really see Slowking, like, anywhere. Because compared to Slowbro, Slowking always gets shafted. And they're basically the same Pokemon anyway, so, like, and I know they updated Clara's team to have Slowking in it, but, like, it wasn't like that originally, so there's no excuses here. I mean, I don't really like Galarian Slowking anyway, so that's probably why I feel this way, but still, it's just, you'll probably see what I mean, you'll see what I mean. Okay, but on a scale of 1 to 10, I give the Crown Tundra, well, I don't want to give it a low score, I'll give it a 7, because it was really fun and the environment's cool, but it just wasn't as fun as the Isle of Armor, and there wasn't even that many new Pokemon in it either, because most of them they added were legendaries. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys thought of this in the comments down below. That's where I'm going to end this video today, so please like and subscribe, and remember, if you have anything nice to say about the Crown Tundra, then, you know, I had nothing nice to say about either. And I'm Vivi, and I'll see you next time. Bye!